Hey everyone, just doing a microphone check. Just going live, just setting everything up, so let me know if you have any questions. I'm just dropping the live call to the school community and then we'll get started in a second. Let me just listen to the audio quality real quick. I'm just dropping the live call to the school community and then we'll get started in a second. Alright, so my camera settings are all over the place, so let me just fix it real quick. Currently it's showing my phone camera, but I want it to be the laptop camera. Okay, nice. And okay, so this should be just me. And yeah, audio should be working. Nice. Okay, so if you are here from the school group, let me know if you have any questions. If you are new to the school group, welcome. Great to have you. And then if you have any questions on the meta side, let me know. And we'll get started now. I finally have a new microphone, just received this as a gift from my wonderful girlfriend, so I'm excited to open this. And then you can probably hear it now, but the current microphone is pretty terrible, so I'm excited to replace this. Um, so this is one of my friend recommended this one to me. This is from Elgato Wave Neo. Should be a pretty nice microphone. Um, and it's pretty much the best budget microphone they say they have on the market currently. So I'm excited to make some new content for you guys in the school group, as well as some high level updates. Mm, so let's just start unboxing this, and then I'll just share this live Q&A link in the other school group as well. Okay. Nice. Okay, so we have the first question. In a video about Facebook ads, I made a video recently where I talk about the weeks. I just do a screen share, and that's gonna be the easiest to show this. 1 second, let me just change the screen setup. I honestly have no idea why it changed back, but let me just make the setup again. So now I switch to my phone camera, and then I have the window capture, and okay, so you should see my screen now. Mm, and I'm just looking at the live view to see if it's all okay. So okay, so this is in the paid group, and I didn't make this video live because it's only for the paid group specifically. But I had a question recently about how to actually set up your first campaign. So in the paid group, I have a bit more. In the classroom, I have the meta ads basics, which is also in the free group, but here I have an advanced section, and then I have the same running ads on school, and then I have some bonuses and some your wins. And then this is again something I only have in the paid group is a 4-week coaching, and then uh, just a support, basically a one-time call. And then I'm also working on some marketing tools. This is going to be a high-level course, but it's currently in progress. So what I had earlier is this video where I basically discuss how you should start your campaign, and this was specific to your school group. And it was an old setup. So here the setup that I used is for one ad, you used all these 5 copy versions. So you see I have primary text 1, and then primary text, let me go back. So I have primary text 2, primary text 3, and I tested all these different primary texts on one ad. And then I basically did a breakdown of the meta ads, and then I decided which one was the winner. That's no longer the setup that I'm using. So I made a new video in the classroom under the basics, which is just setting up your first campaign.
Alright, today in this video I'm going to
So
you
just to
can
give you some context, when creating the ad set, I talk about the naming convention. And in the naming convention, I say I name this ad set week 35 because that's the week that we are currently in. And basically, how I decide is I just Google what week is this, and then week 35 is from Monday, August 25 until August 31st. And the reason is why I name these ad set after the week, because if you have a high volume of creative testing, which I have on some of my accounts, you lose track. So you see, okay, I had these winning creatives in week, um, or let's say I had this winning ad set 3 weeks ago, but I don't really know the exact creatives. Then if I go back to the Google Drive, you'll see that it's under week 35, and then it's gonna be easier to track. So this is just to staying more organized. That's the reason why I add week the number of the weeks to the ad set. And I actually want to show you an example. So I'll pull up one ad account. So go to the ad manager, and I'll use the same real estate client that I used in the other video. And then I'll pull up his Google Drive as well, so it's going to make sense. Okay, so here's the Google folder setup that I'm currently using. And you'll see this is all 2025, but I have some ad creatives for week 6. So we were running these ads back in February and March. So in week 6, I had this one image. So if I go to the ad account and I filter for my campaigns, actually I'll filter for the week. So I'm filtering for any ad set that contains the name week 6, and I'll see, okay, this is in the remarketing. I'll show max view so you see the data, and I'll see that it was a copy test in week 6, and then I used ad copy number 1 to 3. And if I go inside, I'll basically see that the image was week 6 image 1. And if you look at the image, it's actually the same image that I have under week 6 image 1. So it's the same image. So yeah, it's basically just to stay organized, especially if you are testing hundreds of creatives, you need to keep track of this. And then I have some ad scripts for this week. And then let's see what we tested for week 8. So we have some more school group ads, week 8, and I have a couple of different videos. So video number 1 to 7. So I want to see, okay, which videos performed best for week 8. I just filter and look for any ad set that contains the name week 8. And then let's look at the campaigns. So I actually had 2 campaigns that contained the week 8 creatives. Let's look at the remarketing again. And okay, I see week 6 was a creative test using a Whoop 1 ad copy. So if you go inside, I have video 8, week 8, video 2 was the winner. The cost per result was $27. So week 8, video 2 was this one.
If you're trying to break into real estate,
I'm not gonna show the whole video, but basically that's the point. And I also, in some of my videos, I also talk about the copy testing and using the ad copy worksheet, and then how you can keep track of the winning creatives. So I also want to show the same uh, ad copy worksheet for this client. So it's here. This is also something you can download in my school group. If you are part of the school group, you see this, and then the first slide I have a client brief, and then here are the ad copies. So for example, you see the date I created the ad copy, the number of the ad copies, and then you see number 1 was the winner, so that's why it's highlighted green, and number 2 also performed well, but this was the main winner. So I actually just recolor. So ad copy number 1 was the winner on the ad account. And then I have all these other ad copies that I tested. And if I go back to the ad account, you see in the same campaign. So first was the copy test. I tested the first 3 ad copies. Uh, 2 of them converted, number 2 and number 1, but number 1 was the best winner because it has the best cost per purchase and the lowest cost per click and the highest CTR as well. And then I used this ad copy in the next set of creative tests. So these are all using the winning ad copies. So I hope that answered your question about the weeks and why I'm adding this to the naming convention. It's really just to stay organized. So let me know if you have any other questions. In the meantime, I'll show you the classroom in the school group. So currently I'm working on the advanced stuff. So currently I have partnership advertising, which I'm using with multiple clients with great success, as well as the ad account structure that I'm using. I have an Excel sheet to this that you can download. I'll just show you a preview. Structure. So here's the ad structure that I'm using. Again, copy and creative test, as I mentioned. ASC creative test, audience test, remarketing, and then later bid caps and cost caps. And I'm currently making videos on the cost caps, day parting, and audience setups. So day parting is basically when you have a campaign and you have a limited budget, so you know that your campaigns only convert between 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. in the evening, then you can set your campaigns to only spend in those time frames, which is great to save money because you are not going to spend any dollars over the night when no one is active. And then cost caps is something I use every day on all of my ad accounts. So cost caps is something you can add. I actually can show you an example. So these campaigns all had a cost cap because initially I had the results and then I saw that okay, the average cost per acquisition was around $50. So I set a cost cap of $48, just slightly under the CAC. So it's in on paper it should get better results at a lower cost per acquisition, and it's basically just to improve your campaign performance. I use this whenever I have a winning ad that's been performing for a couple of weeks, but performance start dropping, then I add cost caps. So it usually saves the performance, and then it's also going to limit the ad spend because it's limiting the acquisition cost. So there are wins and losses coming with this strategy, but sometimes what I do once I add cost caps and performance goes back to the previous or higher ROAS, I just remove the cost caps in a week or two, and then the ad starts spending again as it was a new ad. So it's definitely a great strategy. I use it on ad accounts where I'm spending over 50K per month. So it works in scale as well. And then I have some audience setups, which is just basically how you can add exclusions, how you can create a new audience based on the website visitors, the engagers on Instagram, or how you can create a lookalike. For example, here I have plenty of different audiences. So those are the next videos I'm working on, as well as the high level setups. For example, here I... Okay, so let me know if you have any other questions. And then I just keep opening the mic because I just listen to the stream and audio quality is terrible. You guys deserve better than this. So. Okay, taking the first looks. Also, if you are here from the school group, I only have calls in the paid community now. In the free community, I only have this Q&A with the live call, but I'll have a Q&A at 1 p.m. Eastern European time tomorrow, and then also on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. in Central European time. So join if you have any questions. All right, we are approaching the end of the stream, so it was just a quick 25 minutes, 30 minutes stream. I have a call coming up this evening, is quite busy. So I try to have another live call this week. I can't. Okay, so I'm not sure. I think I just muted myself, but we are approaching the end of the live call because I have another call coming up. This is a pretty busy evening. So I tried to do another call on some more videos in the school group, testing the new microphone as well. And then I'll keep you guys updated. So thanks for joining today. And then, yeah, if you have any questions, just message me on school. You can also join the free community to learn more about methods and just to join a great community. We have over 350 members. So link is in the description. And thanks for being here today.